Welcome to BBC Earth Coins. Today, we're exploring the dazzling world of numismatics with a special focus on the most expensive and ultra-rare coins ever discovered. From historical artifacts to modern-day rarities, these coins are valued in the millions and captivate collectors and enthusiasts alike. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating history of the 1997 Lincoln penny, and more importantly, why this penny could be worth thousands of dollars. Could one be hiding in your pocket change right now? Stick around to find out. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln penny, as many of you know, has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1909. The D Mint mark represents the Denver Mint, one of the key mints in the United States that produced the 1997 penny. Now, the 1997 Lincoln penny might seem like just another modern coin, but it's packed with history. In fact, 1997 was a year of high production. Over 4.5 billion pennies were minted in Denver alone. But here's the twist: not all pennies are created equal. And certain 1997 pennies have some characteristics that could make them incredibly valuable. So, why is the 1997 Lincoln penny worth more than just a penny? Well, it comes down to errors in the coin's condition. Some 1997 pennies have known minting errors that make them extremely valuable to collectors. These errors could be double die strikes, off-center strikes, or other unusual minting defects. Coins with these types of errors often fetch thousands of dollars at auctions. Then, there's the coin's condition. Graded coins that are in mint state, or MS condition, meaning they're in near-perfect shape, can dramatically increase in value. A 1997 penny graded as MS68 or higher is incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Some of these coins have sold for thousands of dollars at auctions. Now, how can you tell if your 1997 penny is worth thousands of dollars? Here's what to look for. Check for any noticeable errors, such as a double die on Lincoln's face or unusual marks that shouldn't be there. If your coin is in near-perfect condition with little to no wear, it's time to get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. High-grade pennies are where the big money is. Some coins from this year also have small variations in the strike that can make them more desirable to collectors. Keep a close eye out. Alright, let's talk numbers. A typical 1997 penny found in circulation is still worth face value. But if you've got a high-grade example or one with an error, you're looking at a whole different ball game. Still worth about 1 cent, maybe a few more cents to casual collectors. These coins can sell for $20, $50, or even more. If you have a significant error, like a double die, these coins have been known to sell for upwards of $5,000 in the right condition. Wondering how to sell your 1997 penny if you think you've struck gold? Here's what you should do. The first step is to send your penny to a professional coin grading service to have it certified. A certified coin will always sell for more. Many collectors and dealers are actively looking for error pennies and high-grade examples. You can sell through auction houses, eBay, or specialized coin dealer sites. There are tons of online forums where collectors discuss and trade rare coins. You never know, you might connect with a serious buyer. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coin jar or your pocket change right now. You might just have a 1997 Lincoln penny worth thousands of dollars sitting around. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to your channel name for more coin discoveries, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next big find. This script will engage viewers by covering the history, value, and tips for identifying valuable 1997 pennies while keeping the tone energetic and informative. We're talking about a modern penny that has surprised collectors and coin enthusiasts alike, the 2003 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right, this seemingly ordinary penny can be worth thousands of dollars. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1909. In 2003, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies. Most of these came from the Philadelphia Mint, which is why they have no mint mark. But not all of these pennies are created equal. The 2003 no mint mark penny might look like any other Lincoln cent at first glance, but certain rare factors have made it highly valuable. So, what makes this penny stand out from the crowd? Let's break it down. Now, here's where it gets exciting. For a 2003 penny to be worth thousands of dollars, it must be in near perfect condition, what collectors call MS or mint state. This means the penny was never circulated. It's as crisp and shiny as the day it left the mint. But that's not all. In addition to being in mint state, some pennies from 2003 have unique errors or variations, like doubling or striking mistakes. These rare anomalies can significantly increase the value. For instance, coins with noticeable doubling on the date or lettering are highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's talk about how much your 2003 no-mint mark penny could be worth. In average circulated condition, these pennies might only be worth their face value, just 1 cent. But hold on. In mint state condition, they can be valued at hundreds, and in some cases, even thousands of dollars. On online auction sites, graded 2003 pennies in MS67 or MS68 condition have sold for as much as $3,000. The rarer the error or the better the condition, the higher the value. Even ungraded but well-preserved pennies can fetch a decent price. So, how do you know if your 2003 penny is worth more than a cent? Here's what to look for. The coin should have little to no signs of wear or circulation. If it's shiny and looks brand new, that's a good sign. Consider sending your penny to a professional grading service. A high grade like MS67 or MS68 can greatly increase the coin's value. Look closely for doubling, especially on the date or lettering. Other errors like off-center strikes or die cracks can also add to the value. Okay, so you've checked your penny, and it looks promising. What next? If you think you have a valuable 2003 penny, your best option is to get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Once graded, you can sell your coin at auction or to a private collector. Remember, some collectors are willing to pay a premium for these rare coins, especially if they're in top-notch condition. So, don't underestimate the potential value of that little penny in your change jar. So there you have it, the 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. It may seem ordinary, but under the right conditions, it could be worth thousands. Make sure to check your pennies closely. You might just find a treasure hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to BBC Earth Coins for more videos on valuable coins and hidden treasures. And don't forget to comment below. Let me know if you've found any rare pennies or coins in your collection. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Stick around, because you might just have one of these valuable coins sitting in your pocket right now. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln penny has been a staple in American currency since 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. But what makes the 2004 penny so special? Well, it's not just any penny, it's a rare no-mint mark penny. In 2004, pennies were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally doesn't place a mint mark on its coins. That's why if you find a 2004 penny without a mint mark, it came from Philadelphia. But there's more to this coin's value than just its origin. So why is a simple penny from 2004 worth thousands? The answer lies in its condition and rarity. Collectors seek out coins that are in mint or near mint condition, meaning they have almost no signs of wear. If your 2004 penny is graded as MS67 or higher by a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC, it can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. For example, a 2004 no-mint mark penny in perfect condition has sold for over $1,500. And that's just for one coin. Imagine having a few of these lying around. Wondering how to identify if your 2004 penny could be valuable? Here's what you need to do. First, check if there's no mint mark under the date. If there's none, you've got a Philadelphia minted penny. Next, examine the condition. Does it have scratches or wear, or is it still shiny like new? Coins in the highest mint states, like MS67 or MS68, will look nearly flawless. To know its true value, you might need to send it to a professional grading service. But even without grading, a sharp, clean 2004 penny can still have some decent value. In fact, some of these coins have broken records at auctions. For example, a 2004 penny sold for over $2,000 due to its immaculate condition and the high demand from collectors. Auctions and online marketplaces like eBay have seen these coins consistently sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars. So, if you haven't already, now's the perfect time to dig through your change, look at those coin jars, and check for 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies. You never know, you could be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more awesome coin content. Let us know in the comments if you found any rare pennies or have questions about your coin collection. Who knows, maybe your next penny find could be worth thousands. We're diving deep into the history and hidden value of the 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, this simple penny could be worth thousands of dollars. Stick around to find out how. Let's first talk about the history behind the 1979 Lincoln penny. Part of the Lincoln cent series that's been around since 1909, this penny bears the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse design, featuring the Lincoln Memorial, was introduced in 1959 to mark the 50th anniversary of the coin. Now, when it comes to mint marks, pennies produced at the Philadelphia Mint generally didn't carry a mint mark in this period, hence the no mint mark designation. In 1979, millions of pennies were minted, but why are some of these seemingly ordinary pennies now fetching thousands of dollars? Let's find out. You're probably wondering what makes the 1979 no mint mark penny worth more than just a cent. The answer lies in its rarity and condition. Collectors are always on the hunt for coins that are in pristine condition. Coins graded by professionals as MS67 or higher, meaning they are nearly flawless, can attract significant value. Even small imperfections can decrease a penny's value, so the closer it is to perfect, the more valuable it becomes. But wait, there's more. Special varieties, such as errors or double-dyed pennies, add even more worth. These small defects, which happen during the minting process, make the coin even more desirable to collectors. In some cases, these pennies have sold for thousands of dollars in auctions. Here's what you should look for if you think you have a valuable 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. First, check for the absence of a mint mark under the date on the front of the coin. This confirms it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, take a good look at the coin's condition. A coin in mint state with no signs of wear is what you're aiming for. Look for bright, reflective surfaces and minimal contact marks. Also, check for errors, such as any doubling on the date or Lincoln's face. These minor defects can significantly increase the value of your coin. If you spot something unusual, it might be time to get your coin professionally graded. Okay, now the part you've been waiting for: how much can this penny be worth? In average circulated condition, a 1979 no-mint mark penny is only worth its face value, 1 cent. But in uncirculated condition, the value skyrockets. Coins in MS67 condition can fetch anywhere from $500 to $1,000 at auction. If you happen to have a top-tier specimen, one with an MS68 grade or higher, you could be looking at a payday of over $5,000. And remember, error pennies, like those with doubling or other defects, can command even higher prices. So don't underestimate that penny sitting in your piggy bank. It could be worth more than you think. Now that you know the potential value of your 1979 penny, how can you sell it? The first step is to get your coin authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This will help you know the exact condition and value of your penny. Once your penny is graded, you can list it on auction sites like eBay or even take it to a coin show where collectors are looking for gems like yours. You could also consider auction houses that specialize in rare coins. The key is patience. Find the right buyer, and you could walk away with thousands of dollars in your pocket. So there you have it, the 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a little coin with a big potential value. If you've got one of these rare pennies, now's the time to dig it out and check its condition. Who knows, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more awesome coin content. Have you ever found a valuable penny in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. We're diving into a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change or collection, the 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. This little penny could be worth thousands of dollars, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why. So, let's get started. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, first minted in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. But what makes the 1968 no-mint mark penny so special? Well, to understand that, we need to take a quick look at what happened in the U.S. Mint during that year. In 1968, the U.S. Mint was transitioning coin production back to Philadelphia after a temporary halt due to a coin shortage in the 1960s. The Philadelphia Mint resumed production, but coins minted there in 1968 didn't carry the P Mint mark, a common practice at the time. But here's where it gets interesting. Many people overlook these no-mint mark pennies, not realizing they could be sitting on a valuable treasure. Okay, so why is the 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth thousands? First, you need to understand that coin value is determined by a few key factors: rarity, condition, and demand. Although millions of these pennies were minted, finding one in pristine condition, what collectors call mint state, is rare. This means pennies that have been preserved without any wear and tear are highly sought after by collectors. Some of the highest graded 1968 no-mint mark pennies, graded by professional organizations like the PCGS or NGC, have fetched thousands of dollars at auction. One recently sold for over $3,000. And that's not even the highest price. Now, how can you tell if your 1968 penny is worth big bucks? The first step is to look for the mint mark, or in this case, the lack of one. If there's no mint mark under the date, and it's in excellent condition with minimal scratches or wear, you might be in luck. Next, you'll want to have it professionally graded by an organization like the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. They will give your coin an official grade, which is crucial for determining its value. For example, coins graded MS65 or higher, which means they're nearly flawless, are where the real value kicks in. So, you've got your penny graded, and it's worth thousands. What's next? You have several options. You can auction it online through platforms like eBay, or work with a reputable coin dealer who specializes in rare coins. Make sure to do your research before selling to get the best price possible. If you're lucky, you might just strike gold, or should I say, copper, with your 1968 no-mint mark penny. So there you have it, the story behind the 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and why it's worth thousands of dollars. If you have one of these pennies sitting around, make sure to check its condition because you might be holding on to a fortune. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins that could be worth big bucks, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Until next time, happy hunting, and I'll see you in the next one. We're going to talk about the 2020 D Mint mark Lincoln penny. Now you might be wondering, how could a coin that's barely a few years old be worth thousands of dollars? Stick around because you'll be surprised by the history and hidden value of this modern-day penny. Before we get into the 2020 D penny, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln penny. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a president. The original design had the wheat reverse, which was eventually replaced by the iconic Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and now we have the current shield reverse design, introduced in 2010. The Lincoln penny is not just a coin you toss in a jar. It's a symbol of American history and resilience. So, what makes the 2020 D Lincoln penny special? The D mint mark signifies that this coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. While billions of pennies are minted each year, certain factors can make specific pennies worth way more than their face value. There are a few things that can boost the value of the 2020 D penny, such as mint errors and unique varieties. Coins with striking or doubling errors, planchet errors, or even off-center strikes can fetch huge sums from collectors. For instance, a simple doubling error on the coin could easily make a 2020D penny worth thousands of dollars. Let's talk about the value. A regular 2020D Lincoln penny in circulation may only be worth 1 cent, but here's the kicker: high-grade, uncirculated pennies or pennies with error varieties can sell for a lot more. According to recent auction sales, a pristine 2020D penny, graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, could be worth anywhere from $50 to $1,000 or even more if there's a noticeable error. In fact, some pennies with rare minting mistakes have sold for over $5,000. Now you might be wondering, how can you spot a valuable 2020D penny in your pocket change? Here are a few things to look for. Check for doubling in the letters or numbers, mis-strikes, or even off-center pennies. Look for a penny with no visible wear. Uncirculated coins are much more valuable. Research specific varieties from 2020 that collectors are hunting for, like the double-die penny. Using a simple magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, carefully inspect the date and mint mark. Any sign of a misprint could mean you're holding a penny worth thousands. Found a valuable 2020D penny? Great! Here's how to turn that small coin into big money. The first step is to send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A graded coin will always fetch a higher price. Sell your coin at an online auction like eBay, or through a specialized coin auction house. Rare pennies can start a bidding war among collectors. You can also take your penny to a reputable coin dealer who specializes in rare coins. Check out these listings of 2020D pennies selling for thousands of dollars. Who knew a penny could bring such a payday? Whether you're a casual coin collector or someone who loves hunting for treasures in their spare change, the 2020D Lincoln penny is definitely one to keep an eye on. With the possibility of mint errors, rare varieties, and high-grade uncirculated examples, this penny could be worth way more than 1 cent. Don't forget to check your pocket change and be on the lookout for these valuable coins. Who knows? You might have a small fortune hiding in plain sight. We dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're exploring a hidden gem that could be sitting in your pocket right now, the 1975D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Stick around, because you won't believe how much this little copper coin can be worth. Let's get into it. So, let's start with a bit of history. The 1975D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, hence the D Mint mark just below the date on the front. This was a year of transition for U.S. coinage, as the country was moving from copper to copper-coated zinc pennies by the early 80s. But in 1975, pennies were still made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving them that classic, solid feel. In terms of design, this penny features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, which had been in use since 1959. Over 4.5 billion pennies were minted in Denver in 1975, so it's a pretty common coin, right? Well, not so fast. While most 1975D pennies are worth face value, a few rare gems have shocked collectors by selling for thousands of dollars. So what makes these pennies so valuable? Let's break it down. First up is condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being absolutely flawless. A 1975D penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, with a high grade, usually MS65 or higher, can fetch big bucks at auctions. In fact, some of the finest 1975D pennies have sold for over $1,000. Next, we have the error coins, which can skyrocket in value. If your 1975D penny has a minting error, such as a double die, where parts of the coin are struck twice, causing a doubling effect, off-center strikes, or a clipped planchet, it's worth holding onto. Some of these errors are rare and can make the coin incredibly valuable, even in less than perfect condition. Error coins can sell for anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars. Finally, we have unique toning, where the penny develops an unusual coloration due to exposure to air or chemicals over time. Collectors love this type of natural beauty, and certain colors can increase the coin's value. So, how much could your 1975 D penny be worth? Let's break it down by condition and rarity. If your penny has seen some wear and tear but is still in decent shape, it's probably worth around 1 to 10 cents. Not much of an upgrade, right? But don't worry, it gets better. Now, if your penny is uncirculated, meaning it hasn't been used in everyday transactions, and it's graded at MS65 or higher, you're looking at values ranging from $50 to $150. But some of the highest graded examples, MS67 or even MS68, have sold for over $1,000 at auction. Have a 1975 D penny with an error? You're in luck. Error pennies can range anywhere from a few $100s to over $5,000, depending on the type and severity of the error. Wondering if you have a valuable 1975 D penny in your collection? Here's what to do. First, check the mint mark under the date. You're looking for a clear D symbol. If it looks odd or off-center, you may have an error coin. Use a magnifying glass to inspect Lincoln's face, the date, and the lettering. Any doubling, especially in these areas, could mean you've hit the jackpot. Look for unusual colorations or obvious striking errors, like parts of the penny that seem off-center or missing. Finally, consider having your coin graded by a professional grading service, like PCGS or NGC. A higher grade could increase its value by hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. Who knew that a simple penny could be worth thousands? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for those rare 1975 D Lincoln pennies. You never know what treasures might be hiding in your change jar. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. We dive deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting. Today, we're shining the spotlight on a coin that's caught the attention of collectors and investors alike, the 2017 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Let's explore its history, value, and why this seemingly ordinary penny could be worth thousands of dollars. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2017 D Lincoln penny was produced by the Denver Mint and is part of the long-running series of Lincoln pennies, which began in 1909. This particular coin features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the classic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what makes the 2017 D Lincoln penny special? Unlike some of its rare predecessors, the 2017 D is not known for major minting errors or limited production runs. However, it has piqued the interest of collectors due to its unique position in modern coinage. The value of the 2017 D Lincoln penny can be surprising. While most of these pennies are worth just their face value, certain conditions and rare finds have led to some notable exceptions. Let's break down what affects its value. First up, the condition of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better condition. A 2017 D Lincoln penny in pristine, uncirculated condition or with a high grade from professional grading services like NGC or PCGS can command a premium. Additionally, certain varieties or errors, such as unique die cracks or off-center strikes, can significantly increase a penny's value. For example, a 2017 D penny with an unusual error might be worth several $1,000s to the right buyer. But how do you know if your 2017 D penny is worth more than its face value? The best way to find out is to get it professionally graded. Auction results and collector interest can also provide clues about its market value. Remember, while the 2017 D Lincoln penny might not be as renowned as some of the earlier rarities, it's a fantastic example of how even modern coins can hold hidden value. Keep an eye out for those special pieces. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the 2017 D Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting content, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Do you have any unique Lincoln pennies in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically focusing on the 1961 D Lincoln penny. This coin might look ordinary, but it's actually worth thousands of dollars. Stick around to find out why this penny is so valuable and what makes it so special. First, let's set the stage with some history. The Lincoln penny was first issued in 1909, honoring the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. By 1961, the penny had undergone several design changes. The 1961 D penny, minted in Denver, is part of the famous Lincoln Memorial series introduced in 1959. This series showcases Lincoln's memorial on the reverse side, a design that has become iconic. The 1961 D penny is notable for its striking detail and the quality of its minting. So, what makes the 1961 D penny so valuable? It all boils down to its rarity and condition. Most 1961 D pennies are not worth much, but certain factors can drastically increase their value. Firstly, condition is key. The highest value is found in uncirculated, mint-state coins with pristine details and no wear. Coins graded at MS-65 or higher are highly sought after by collectors. Additionally, the 1961 D penny's value can be boosted by its specific minting anomalies or errors. For instance, if your penny has an off-center strike or doubling, it can command a much higher price. As of now, a typical 1961 D penny in average condition is worth only a few cents. However, uncirculated specimens and those with minting errors can fetch anywhere from $500 to over $10,000 at auction. Recent sales have shown that the most pristine examples of this penny can even exceed $15,000. This makes the 1961 D penny a great investment for serious collectors. If you think you might have a valuable 1961 D penny, here's how you can check its worth. Start by examining its condition using a magnifying glass and compare it to official grading guides. For the best results, consider having your coin professionally graded by a reputable service. They can provide an official grade and help determine its market value. So there you have it. The 1961 D Lincoln penny is a fantastic example of how something seemingly ordinary can become incredibly valuable. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, keep an eye out for these rare finds. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if you've ever found a rare coin yourself. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, focusing on a particular gem from the Lincoln penny series, the 2008 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. This seemingly ordinary penny might just be worth thousands of dollars. Stick around to find out why. Upbeat music plays while the camera zooms out to show the penny on a table. Let's start with a quick history lesson. The Lincoln penny, introduced in 1909, has undergone various changes over the years. By 2008, the penny was celebrating its 100th anniversary. To mark this occasion, the U.S. Mint issued a series of commemorative coins, including the 2008 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Minted at the Denver Mint, the 2008 D Lincoln penny features the classic Abraham Lincoln portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But it's not just any 2008 penny that's valuable, it's a specific variety. So, what makes the 2008 D Lincoln penny so special? It's all about its rarity and condition. In 2008, the U.S. Mint released billions of pennies, but only a fraction of these coins exhibit unique characteristics that collectors crave. The key factors that determine the value of a 2008 D Lincoln penny include its mint condition, any special errors, and its rarity. In mint state, these pennies can fetch anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 or more. Coins with errors or unique characteristics might even command higher prices. Here's how you can identify if your 2008 D Lincoln penny might be worth a lot. First, check for any noticeable errors or variations. Look for the following. Coins that have been struck off-center are rare and can be quite valuable. Inspect for any unusual die cracks or chips on the coin's surface. Pennies in uncirculated or high-grade condition are worth more. If you suspect you have a valuable penny, consider having it professionally graded. A certified grading can significantly impact its value. Looking to buy or sell a 2008 D Lincoln penny? Check out reputable coin dealers and online auction platforms like eBay. Always make sure to verify the authenticity and grading of the coin before making a transaction. And there you have it, a deep dive into the 2008 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content about rare coins and their value, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. Got any rare pennies in your collection? Drop a comment below and let us know. Welcome back to BBC Earth Coins. Discover the incredible story behind the most valuable Lincoln penny ever found, worth millions of dollars. In this video, we explore rare and highly sought-after pennies, uncovering what makes these coins so valuable. From minting errors to historical significance, you'll learn what to look for in your change. What's up, coin collectors and history buffs? Welcome back to the channel where we explore the fascinating world of rare coins. Today, we're diving deep into the 1973 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that has some people wondering if it could be worth millions. Could a simple penny in your pocket change your life? Let's find out. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since its debut in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. But today, we're focusing on a specific version of this iconic coin, the 1973 penny with a D-Mint mark, signifying it was struck in Denver. In 1973, the Lincoln penny was still being minted in bronze, 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. This composition was used until 1982 when pennies were switched to mostly zinc. The 1973 D penny features the same classic design, Lincoln's profile on the obverse, or front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, introduced in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. So, why all the fuss over this penny? While millions were minted in Denver that year, not every coin is created equal. Some pennies from 1973 D have unique characteristics, including rare errors, pristine condition, or high minting quality that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. And for those of you thinking, it's just a penny, hold on, some of these have fetched thousands, even millions, at auction. There are several factors that can drive up the value of a 1973 D Lincoln penny. Let's break it down. 1. The most important factor is the coin's grade, determined by how well it has been preserved. Coins in mint state, MS, especially those graded MS 67 or higher, can fetch a high price. 2. Error coins like off-center strikes, double dies, or unusual mint marks are highly sought after. Certain 1973 D pennies have notable minting flaws, making them even more rare. 3. Although millions of pennies were minted, finding one in flawless condition with specific errors or rare variations is like finding a needle in a haystack. 4. This coin represents the final years before a major change in U.S. coinage. It's made of nearly pure copper, and since copper prices have risen, there's additional interest from investors. Now for the part you've been waiting for, just how much can a 1973 D penny be worth? Well, depending on its condition and rarity, some have sold for over $10,000 at auctions. But hold on, what about those million-dollar pennies? Although no 1973 D penny has yet hit the million-dollar mark, certain rare Lincoln pennies from other years, like the 1943 copper penny, have indeed been sold for millions. This gives hope to collectors that a flawless, rare 1973 D penny could someday follow in their footsteps. Want to find your own valuable 1973 D penny? Here's what you should do: don't underestimate the power of everyday currency. Rare pennies are out there. Misaligned strikes, double dies, or odd mint marks can greatly increase value. If you think you have something special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to get it authenticated and graded. Who knows? You might just be sitting on a fortune in your spare change. While the 1973 D penny might seem ordinary, it's a perfect example of how historical significance, rarity, and condition can transform a small coin into a major collectible. Will a 1973 D Lincoln penny ever be worth millions? Time will tell, but one thing's for sure, it's a coin you'll want to keep an eye out for. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, Make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss a future video about rare coins and hidden treasures. Have you found any rare coins in your collection? Drop a comment below, we'd love to hear your story. And who knows? Your next penny could be worth a fortune. We're diving deep into the fascinating history of the 1991 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, one of the most talked about coins that could be hiding in your pocket change and potentially worth millions. Yes, you heard that right, millions of dollars. But why is this little copper coin so special? Stick around as we explore its history, its value, and what you need to know to find one that could change your life forever. To understand the story of the 1991 penny, we first need to know a little about the history of the Lincoln cent itself. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this penny has been a cornerstone of U.S. currency for over a century. The iconic design featuring Lincoln's profile on the obverse side was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. But here's the twist. The penny we're focusing on today, the 1991 version, doesn't have a mint mark. And this has collectors on the hunt because this small detail could make a huge difference in its value. So, what's the deal with the missing mint mark? First, let's clarify what a mint mark is. It's the small letter that tells us where the coin was minted. Common mint marks include a P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. But pennies made in Philadelphia, like the one we're discussing today, often have no mint mark at all. This was standard practice, and many people assume that no mint mark means it's just another regular coin. However, in some cases, this no mint mark penny can be extremely rare and valuable. Now, here's where it gets really exciting. While millions of 1991 pennies without a mint mark were produced, the value of your coin depends on several factors: condition, rarity, and errors during the minting process. If your 1991 penny is in uncirculated condition, it could already be worth more than face value. But what really drives up the price is the possibility of minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or other production anomalies. These errors can turn a simple penny into a coin collector's dream. So how do we go from a simple penny to one worth millions? Well, in recent years, rare Lincoln pennies from various years have fetched huge sums at auction. For example, certain era pennies or those in mint state condition have sold for tens of thousands, and even upwards of $1 million, depending on their rarity and condition. Imagine you have a perfectly preserved, uncirculated 1991 penny with a major mint error. This could potentially be one of those coins that break the bank at auction. So, how can you tell if your 1991 penny is worth more than a penny? Here's what to look for. 1. Is it in mint state condition, meaning it's uncirculated and shows no wear and tear? 2. Check for doubling on the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile. Look for off-center strikes, or other noticeable flaws. 3. You'll want to get your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. High-grade coins in the MS65 to MS70 range can significantly increase in value. 4. Even without major errors, pennies from specific die varieties can be worth more to collectors if they're part of a rare production run. Okay, so you've checked your penny and think it might be valuable. What's the next step? If you believe your 1991 penny could be worth a lot, consider these options. 1. Send it to a professional coin grading service to determine its condition and authenticity. 2. Consider listing it with an auction house specializing in rare coins. Major auctions like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers often attract serious collectors. 3. Reach out to a reputable coin dealer for an appraisal, or even to sell it directly. Remember, even if it doesn't hit the $1 million mark, it could still fetch a significant price if it's in good condition. Who knew that a simple penny from 1991 could be worth so much? Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, always keep an eye on your change. You never know when a rare coin might slip through the cracks and land right in your hands. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more coin-related content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for all the latest tips, tricks, and treasure hunts. And who knows, you might just find the next $1 million penny. Catch you next time. Have you ever picked up a penny, flipped it around, and thought, could this be worth more than just 1 cent? Well, today, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable pennies out there, the 1980 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. Believe it or not, this humble penny has been sold for thousands, and in some cases, millions, of dollars. So stick around, because you might have a fortune hiding in your pocket change. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, and it's one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. But not all pennies are created equal. Some carry hidden secrets, and the 1980 no-mint Mark penny is one of them. First, let's break it down. In 1980, the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies. These coins typically feature a small letter under the date on the obverse, or head side of the coin. This letter represents where the coin was minted, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and if there's no mint mark, the penny is usually from Philadelphia. So, why would a common 1980 penny with no mint mark be worth thousands or even millions? The story gets interesting. Let's take a step back in history. The U.S. Mint's Philadelphia branch traditionally didn't include a mint mark on its pennies until the mid-1980s. So, a no-mint mark penny from 1980 isn't necessarily rare in itself, but what makes some of these pennies incredibly valuable are errors made during production, which make them sought after by collectors. During the minting process, sometimes small mistakes occur, things like double die strikes, off-centering, or an incorrect planchet, which is the blank metal disc used to make the coin. When these mistakes happen, it creates an error coin, and collectors love error coins. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Some 1980 no-mint mark pennies have been found with extreme errors, like double-struck obverse, broad strikes, or even transitional errors, where the wrong metal composition is used. These rare coins can skyrocket in value. In 1980, the penny was made primarily from copper, but a few transitional error coins made it onto the scene. Some pennies from this year were mistakenly struck on planchets meant for other denominations or even foreign coins. When these rare errors were discovered, their values soared, some going for tens of thousands of dollars at auctions, and in extreme cases, fetching up to millions. So, how do you know if your 1980 penny is worth big bucks? First, inspect your penny closely. Look for any signs of errors, like doubling of letters or numbers, off-center strikes, or abnormal thickness or coloring. Even a small error can make a huge difference in value. If you spot anything unusual, it's time to get that coin professionally graded. Most valuable coins are graded by services like PCGS or NGC. A certified high-grade error coin can easily attract serious attention from collectors. Here's where things get real. In 2021, a 1980 Lincoln penny with no mint mark and a significant error sold for $24,000 at auction. Another rare variant of the penny, struck on a foreign planchet, fetched over $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1 million for a penny. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. How do I find one of these rare pennies? First, don't skip checking your loose change. It's easy to overlook pennies because they seem so insignificant, but every penny counts, especially if it could make you a millionaire. Search through your old piggy banks, drawers, and even your car's cup holder. You never know what you might find. And don't forget, you can also check online marketplaces like eBay, where sometimes rare pennies pop up for sale. Just be sure you're buying from a reputable seller. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the 1980 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny is definitely a coin you'll want to keep an eye out for. Even if you don't find one worth millions, the joy of collecting and the possibility of discovering hidden treasure is priceless. Remember, any penny can be special. But if you're lucky enough to find one with an error or a unique history, you might just be holding onto a small piece of numismatic gold. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more awesome coin content, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Have you found any rare coins? Drop a comment below and let us know. Until next time, happy hunting! We're diving into the world of coins, and specifically, the 2002 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Is this common penny hiding a secret that could be worth millions? Let's find out. But before we start, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more hidden treasure content. So, here it is, the 2002 Lincoln penny minted in Denver, marked by the small d under the ear. At first glance, it looks like any other coin you might find in your pocket change. But don't let its humble appearance fool you, there's more to this penny than meets the eye. The Lincoln penny has been a part of American currency since 1909, created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure rather than Lady Liberty. The Lincoln penny was designed by Victor David Brenner, and his initials VDB are seen on the coin. But what about the 2002 penny? In 2002, the U.S. Mint continued to produce the Lincoln penny featuring the iconic portrait on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. This coin is made mostly of zinc with a thin copper coating, standard for pennies minted after 1982. But if it's so common, why are some collectors willing to pay millions for a single penny? The 2002 Lincoln penny with the D Mint mark was struck at the Denver Mint. Denver is known for producing billions of coins every year, but even in a high-volume production, errors can, and do, happen. And it's these errors that can transform a penny worth 1 cent into something potentially worth thousands, or even millions of dollars. Now let's get to the good stuff, errors. A minting error can make a common penny incredibly rare, and rarity drives up value. Error coins can include things like double strikes, off-center strikes, or missing designs. Some 2002 D pennies have been found with major die cracks, off-center strikes, and even unintentional doubling on Lincoln's face or the lettering. When collectors find these types of errors, they're willing to pay big bucks. Some pennies with rare error varieties can fetch thousands, and in some cases, they've even reached over $1 million at auction. So, how do you know if you've got a 2002 D penny worth more than its face value? Here's what to check for. 1. Like off-center strikes or doubling of Lincoln's face or the date. 2. These are small, raised lines on the coin that occur during the minting process. 3. On the letters "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or the year 2002. 4. For any unusual features or distortions. If you find any of these features, your penny could be extremely valuable. Now, if you think you've found a valuable 2002 D penny, the next step is to get it professionally graded. Coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can determine the exact condition and authenticity of your penny. Higher grade pennies with minimal wear can command higher prices. Once graded, you can either hold on to it as an investment or sell it at auction. Some auction houses specialize in rare coins, and you might be surprised how high the bids can go. Still skeptical? Let's take a look at some real-life examples of pennies that sold for jaw-dropping amounts. In recent years, error pennies like the 1969 S double die or the 1943 copper penny have sold for hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. While the 2002 D penny hasn't quite reached these levels yet, rare error pennies from this year have sold for significant sums, and as more collectors search for unique finds, the value of these error coins can skyrocket. So, what are you waiting for? Go grab that jar of pennies from the kitchen counter or start inspecting your change. That ordinary 2002 D penny in your pocket could be a hidden treasure just waiting to be discovered. Whether it's worth thousands or millions, you'll never know until you take a closer look. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting and looking at a rare and valuable penny, the 1995 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1 cent. We'll explore its history, how to identify one, and why it could be worth more than you ever imagined. Let's start with some background on the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, designed to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's image. By 1995, this penny had gone through various design changes, but one thing stayed the same: its iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, the 1995 penny gained a unique place in coin collecting history, but not for reasons you might think. So, what exactly is a no-mint mark penny? U.S. coins are typically produced at several mints across the country, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from the Denver Mint carry a D mark, while San Francisco pennies have an S. But pennies produced in Philadelphia often lack a mint mark altogether. For many years, coins minted in Philadelphia did not include a mint mark, which is why the 1995 penny without a mint mark is common. But don't get discouraged yet, because the real value comes from another feature we'll discuss next. The true collector's treasure in 1995 Lincoln cents is the famous double die variety. This mint error occurred during the coin's production process when the die used to strike the penny was misaligned, resulting in a slight doubling of the image or text on the coin. Collectors hunt for these rare errors because they're incredibly valuable. On the 1995 Lincoln penny, the most noticeable doubling happens in the words Liberty and In God We Trust. If you spot one of these on your penny, you could be holding on to something extremely valuable. Here's how you can identify whether your 1995 penny is a double die variety. Grab a magnifying glass or, even better, a jeweler's loupe. Asterisk 1. Check the word Liberty on the left-hand side of Lincoln's profile. Look for any doubling in the letters, which should appear as slight shadows or extra lines next to the original letters. Asterisk 2. Asterisk next, check the motto In God We Trust at the top of the penny. If you see a similar doubling effect here, you might just have a winner. Asterisk asterisk. If your coin shows these signs, you've got a double die penny. So, how much is this coin actually worth? Well, the value of a 1995 no mint mark penny depends on its condition and whether it's a double die error. Pennies in average circulated condition could be worth only a few cents more than face value. But if you've found a 1995 double die penny, things get exciting. A typical 1995 double die penny in good condition can sell for hundreds of dollars. But if the coin is graded by a professional service and considered to be in mint state, meaning it has very few imperfections, it could fetch thousands. Some examples in perfect condition have sold for over $20,000 at auction. Although millions may be an exaggeration for most coins, if you find an ultra-rare version in top-tier condition, who knows how much collectors might be willing to pay in the future. If you think you've found a 1995 double die penny, the next step is to have it professionally graded and authenticated. There are companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, that specialize in this. A professional appraisal will help determine its true market value. Once graded, you can either sell it at auction houses that specialize in rare coins or through online platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions. Who knows, you might end up making a small fortune. Now that you know the secrets behind the 1995 no mint mark Lincoln cent, it might be time to dig through your old change jars or coin collections. While most pennies are worth just 1 cent, that rare 1995 double die penny could make you a lot more. Happy hunting, and who knows, you might be holding on to a hidden gem. Asterisk. Have you ever found an old penny in your change and wondered if it could be worth a fortune? Well, what if I told you that a simple 1965 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could be worth millions? Asterisk. Let's dive into the history, mystery, and the massive value behind the 1965 Lincoln cent. Asterisk. The 1965 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which began all the way back in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The design, featuring Lincoln's profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, remained mostly unchanged for decades. But the mid-1960s was a tumultuous time for coin production in the U.S. After the silver crisis of 1964, the U.S. Mint made some significant decisions to streamline coin production. In 1965, to reduce pressure on mint facilities and prevent coin hoarding, the U.S. Mint stopped putting mint marks on pennies altogether. That's why the 1965 penny you find has no D for Denver or S for San Francisco. All pennies from that year were made in Philadelphia, but Philadelphia didn't use a mint mark on cents during that time. So, if your 1965 penny has no mint mark, don't panic, it's not an error. But there are other things you should be looking for. Now, here's where things get exciting. While most 1965 pennies are common, certain rare ones can be worth a fortune. But why? The 1965 Lincoln cent is normally struck in copper-plated zinc, but a few rare pennies from that era were accidentally struck on silver planchets or experimental metal planchets that were meant for other coins. These era coins are extremely valuable today. In fact, a few of these rare era pennies have shown up at high-end auctions and have sold for hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars, depending on their condition and rarity. So, what should you look for? A rare 1965 penny could be struck on a silver dime planchet, meaning the penny will be much lighter or have a slightly different tone than a regular copper penny. Checking the weight and the metal composition of your coin is key to knowing whether you've hit the jackpot. So, if you have a 1965 penny and want to know if it's worth millions, here's what to do. 1. A standard copper penny weighs about 3.11 grams. If your 1965 penny weighs significantly less, like 2.5 grams, it may have been struck on a foreign planchet, possibly making it very valuable. 2. Is there a slight silvery color to your penny? This could indicate it was struck on a silver dime planchet. Error coins with incorrect metals can be extremely rare. 3. If you think you've got something special, send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A coin in mint condition, meaning it's well preserved without much wear, can drastically increase in value. Some rare 1965 pennies have even sold for millions of dollars at auctions because they were in pristine condition. Let's talk about some jaw-dropping sales of 1965 pennies. One of the most famous examples is a 1965 penny struck on a silver dime planchet, which sold for nearly $10,000. Imagine that little penny in your pocket could be worth that much, but it doesn't stop there. Pennies with unusual double dies, off-center strikes, or other minting errors can fetch huge amounts at auction. And the better condition your coin is in, the higher the price it can command. You might be wondering, what if my 1965 penny looks normal? Is it still worth anything? Well, common 1965 Lincoln cents without any errors or unique features are typically worth face value, or a little more if they're in uncirculated condition. However, it's always worth checking your coin collection closely. You never know when you might spot that rare gem hidden in plain sight. So, there you have it. The fascinating story behind the 1965 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, and why some of them could be worth millions. Do you have any 1965 pennies in your collection? If so, you might want to take a closer look. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and treasure hunting tricks. Who knows? Your next big find could be right in your pocket change. What if I told you a simple penny sitting in your pocket could be worth millions? Sounds crazy, right? Well, today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1971 Lincoln cent, the one without a mint mark, and why some of these seemingly ordinary coins are worth a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just stumbled upon a random penny, you'll want to stick around. This story is packed with history, errors, and jaw-dropping values. Let's start with a little history. In 1971, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, specifically over 5.5 billion Lincoln cents. But not all pennies were created equal. There are three main types: pennies struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The key thing to know is that pennies minted in Philadelphia typically do not have a mint mark. Philadelphia has traditionally been the mother mint, the first in the country, and it didn't need to add a mint mark on their coins. That's why if you see a 1971 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, it was made in Philly. These pennies are incredibly common, but don't let that fool you. There's something special to look out for. Now, let's talk about what can turn an ordinary penny into something extraordinary: mint errors. One of the reasons some 1971 pennies have sold for thousands, or even $1 million, is because of rare minting mistakes. One of the most valuable errors is the double die variety. This happens when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice, slightly off alignment. The result? Some parts of the penny, like Lincoln's face or the lettering, will appear doubled, especially around "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." This variety, known as the 1971 double die obverse, can fetch massive amounts in auctions. In 2019, a near-perfect condition double die penny sold for over $24,000. Imagine finding one in a jar of spare change. And yes, even though the most valuable errors are rare, it's worth checking your pennies for this flaw. So how can you identify one of these valuable 1971 Lincoln cents? Well, first, grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe and look closely at the following areas on the coin: the year 1971, the word liberty, and especially the words "In God We Trust." If you notice any doubling or unusual blurring, you might just be holding on to something special. The clearer and more dramatic the doubling, the higher the value. And if you're unsure, it's always a good idea to have your coin professionally graded by experts like PCGS or NGC, who can certify its authenticity and condition. Now, when it comes to the value of your 1971 penny, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. A coin graded at 1 is barely recognizable, while a coin graded at 70 is in pristine, mint condition. A penny with a high grade and a rare error can fetch thousands, even millions. Even without an error, a 1971 Lincoln penny in mint condition can be worth a nice amount, so don't underestimate the value of a shiny penny. Asterisk asterisk. So, what's the deal with these $1,000,000 pennies? The rarest 1971 pennies are those that have a combination of a mint error and an almost perfect grade. These coins are highly sought after by collectors because of their rarity and historical significance. Asterisk asterisk. And remember, rarity equals demand. The more unique your coin is, the higher the price it will fetch at auction. For example, if your 1971 penny has a double die error and is graded at a 67 or above, it could easily sell for tens of thousands of dollars. If it's one of the best specimens ever found, you could be looking at a $1,000,000 payday. In fact, some rare error coins have been known to go for six-figure prices, and experts believe that certain pennies could one day be worth even more as the market for rare coins continues to grow. Asterisk asterisk. Before you go dumping out all your spare change, let me leave you with a few tips. Always check your coins, especially the dates and the details around the edges. It may take time, but finding a treasure could be worth the effort. And remember, even if you don't find a rare penny worth millions, checking your coins is a fun and educational way to connect with history. Who knows, your next grocery store penny might just be the jackpot. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exciting coin discoveries and collectibles content. And let me know in the comments, have you ever found a valuable penny? Until next time, happy hunting! Asterisk. We're diving into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1964 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This little coin holds a story that could be worth millions. Let's jump right in. First off, let's talk about the basics. The Lincoln penny was first issued in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The 1964 version is notable not just for its design but for its place in coin collecting history. By 1964, the U.S. was minting billions of these coins, but a few key factors make the 1964 D penny stand out. The D in 1964 D stands for Denver, where these pennies were minted. What's intriguing is that while most 1964 D pennies are quite common, a small number of them, specifically the ones with a doubled die, are extremely rare. A doubled die error happens when the coin is struck with a die that has misaligned designs, resulting in a slight doubling of the image. For the 1964 D penny, this error can make it worth a fortune. So, how much is this penny worth? Most 1964 D pennies are only worth a cent, but those with the double die error can fetch anywhere from $1,000 to over $2 million at auction. That's right, millions! Coin collectors around the world are constantly on the lookout for this rare find, and if you think you have one, it's worth getting it appraised. Now, let's talk about how you can identify if you have a rare 1964 penny. Look closely at the words Liberty and In God We Trust. If you see a noticeable doubling, you may have struck gold. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the world of coin collecting can be incredibly rewarding. Who knows? You might have a small fortune hiding in your change jar. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing content on coins and collectibles. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. Until next time, keep hunting. We're diving into something special, the 2060 mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might be wondering, what's so special about this penny? Well, stick around, because it could be worth millions. First, let's talk about the history behind this coin. The penny features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president, on the front. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to his legacy. But did you know that in 2006, the US Mint produced a very unique version of this coin? In 2006, the Denver Mint struck a limited number of pennies, but what makes them stand out is their specific minting errors and unique characteristics that collectors go crazy for. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. The D on your penny indicates it was minted in Denver. Most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent, but a few have notable errors or variations that can skyrocket their value. For example, some of these pennies have striking errors, like double die obverse, where the image of Lincoln appears doubled. These coins can be worth hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars, depending on their condition. So, how do you determine the value of your 2060 penny? It all comes down to a few factors: condition, rarity, and any unique errors. If you find one in excellent condition, it could be appraised for much more than you'd think. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. The higher the grade, the more valuable the penny. A penny in uncirculated condition with a mint error could potentially be worth thousands. Now you might be asking, how can I check my pennies? First, look closely for the mint mark on the back, then inspect it for any visible errors. Using a magnifying glass can really help in spotting those small details. Also, consider getting your coins appraised by a professional to find out if you have a hidden gem on your hands. To wrap it up, the 2060 mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny may look like just another coin, but it holds the potential for significant value. So, keep an eye on your change. You never know what treasures you might find. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more awesome coin collecting tips. Let me know in the comments if you have any interesting pennies or if you've found something valuable. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! We're diving into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1988 D mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might be surprised to learn that this little coin can be worth millions of dollars. Let's explore why. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1988 D penny was minted in Denver and is one of the many coins featuring Lincoln's profile. But what makes the 1988 D penny so special? Let's take a closer look. In 1988, the US Mint produced over 5 billion 1-cent coins. However, not all of them are created equal. Most 1988 D pennies are worth just 1 cent, but there's a rare variety that can fetch a hefty price. The key to the 1988 D penny's value lies in a unique error. Some coins were struck with a double die, causing the design to appear more pronounced or bolder. This rare minting error can significantly increase its worth. Collectors are willing to pay thousands, even millions, for these rare varieties. Some have been sold at auction for staggering amounts. So, how can you tell if your 1988 D penny is a valuable one? Here are a few tips. 1. Examine the date and the word Liberty. If you see a clear doubling, you might have a winner. 2. Coins in mint condition are worth significantly more. 3. Consider having your penny evaluated by a professional grading service to determine its authenticity and value. The market for rare coins can fluctuate. Depending on the rarity and demand, A 1988 D double-die penny could sell for anywhere from a few hundred to several $1,000,000. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating insights into numismatics. Have you ever come across a rare penny? Share your stories in the comments below.